All right, and we are live. Let's wait for some people to filter in here. Not sure what the YouTube's is saying. It was scheduled for 11:45 a.m. today, and I actually set the schedule for 8:45 p.m. So I'm not sure why that's different. Hopefully, people didn't show up at 11:45 this morning expecting to see me. That would have been bad. And if you did show up and do that, I do apologize. It's supposed to be 8:45 tonight. So we are just a little bit early. So I'm going to just kind of hang out here for a second. Wait for a couple of people to show up. So if you're here, I do have the chat open. I am there, so I'm going to go ahead and say hi. Welcome. All right, I just said over in the chat that say hi, and leave a comment. And if you have a question or anything like that, go ahead and put it in all caps so I can see it a little bit easier. And then I can respond to your question. So this is going to be an exciting episode. I'm really looking forward to it. This update that just dropped is actually really awesome. I haven't actually played around with anything yet. So hopefully we're going to take a look at a few things with the update, and then I'm going to show you guys a project I've been working on here in this world. So even Tidmouth and Dolan do not know about this project. So something I've been fiddling with. We'll wait for a few more people to kind of filter in here. I do know that starting a live stream so late at night is kind of difficult for many people. One reason I chose to do it on a Friday night, and of course I can only do it after my small children hit the bed, and otherwise we just hear them asking us all sorts of questions about the trains and that sort of thing, and then crying and yelling and hitting things, and it would not be fun. Trying to play during the day with them awake is rather challenging. We have these little cars here. I should do something with these. I don't ever plan on really using them. They're cool, these gray cars, but they're kind of in the way. I should just push them back in the shed or something. Not sure. If there's anything you would like to see specifically, please put it in the chat. I will do what I can to show it or answer it. Thought about asking Millsy if he would like to join us for this, but I figure it's pretty late there in Australia, and it was really short notice, so Millsy, of course, is one of the developers and testers, researcher for Railroads Online. An all-around good egg. All right. Well, I guess we're going to get into it. We've been in here for a little bit, and we do have some things to get done tonight. So I'm going to jump over to Steam really quick. And let's take a look at the update. This is Railroads Online Beta Update 0598 that released today, Friday, September 8th. This is written by Goku. It says with Gamescom come and gone, it's time for some more bug fixes and content. Below you'll find the typical list of bugs we have been able to fix and some new goodies for you to add to your railroad. So this is a really quick, this is point 1, a little patch where they fixed a bug where the player could delete industries. So I didn't actually see this. However, I'm going to bring over this screen. This is from Toltree. You can see some of the new content right here. Toltree posted this to our Discord, and I quickly downloaded it. Get up to the play button here. Why can't I get to the play button? There we go. All right. So apparently you could delete the logging camp. Let's go ahead and play it. There's no audio. So he went to demolish all. Oops. So of course I had to quickly download that so I can show it during this live stream. And I was kind of blown away by that. So I'm happy that they got that fixed almost immediately. It begs the question, though, what are the developers considering with the industries? Are we going to be able to move them and place them where we want them to be? That would be exciting. I know a few episodes ago, Tidmouth had the ability, supposedly, to place an industry. It was in his build menu. So it wasn't in mine, but it was in his. It's kind of strange. So anyway, patch notes. They fixed a bug where the helper UI would not disappear after looking at things. Switches, couplers, fireboxes, cab interior. After some testing, it now looks like the UI now goes away after a few seconds after looking at an object. So this was confusing me before in the last update video, where the little help text wouldn't go away. So I'm glad they got that fixed. They also fixed a bug where the pin inserting sound would continue to go off on client side. Big one right there. That is so annoying for everybody that's remoting in to your server. Every time they come up to a train or something like this, some cars, some rolling stock, they hear the cling, 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 cling sound. So I'm happy that they got that fixed. Very, very happy they got that fixed. They fixed a bug in testing where the demolish filter would reset to an empty state and not show rails, facilities, groundwork, etc. I've never actually experienced that. So, but I'm happy they got it fixed. That's awesome. They fixed a bug where the player could connect off of a coal tower. This bug was reported to us from a member of the Discord. So I'm happy that they're listening to people on Discord. That's great. But I'm not sure about this bug. Granted, I don't have much experience at all with coal towers. So they fixed a bug where there was no sound from the EBT hopper. Hopper now has sounds when using brakes and dropping pins and links. I love it. And the reason why I love it is because it's so hard to see that pin sometimes, and hearing it makes it much better. So I'm happy they got that fixed. Very, very happy they got that fixed. They fixed a bug where air compressors would lose air over time. Never experienced that one. Fixed a bug where an uncoupling pin would stay in the coupler with the pin. When taking a pin out of a coupler, the link does not stay in the other coupler that has the pin. I think I actually experienced this with Tidmouth when I linked a train. I think he pulled away. It wasn't actually linked. Maybe not. I'm not sure. They fixed the Type 1 wooden trestle. The hitbox is no longer a solid object. I'm guessing this means we can walk underneath things now. I don't know. We're going to test it. They adjusted the lights in the locomotive facility. The light above the locomotive or rolling stock you are buying has been brightened up a bit. Let us know if this needs to be adjusted more. Then the awesome stuff. They added content. They added version control. When searching for a server, the game displays a server version. If a version is equal, you will see the join button. If the game version is different, you can still see the server, but you cannot join. This caused a lot of crashes. So basically, keep your game up to date, and you should be able to be just fine with hosting servers. They added placeable props. Yeah, we've been asking for this for, at this point, years, I think. When I first started playing, I was like, we need signs. Well, we have signs now. We can rotate the props with 2, 4, 6, and 8. And the rotations may be different based off of your keybinds. The props include signs. Yay, they include signs. Sign text. They can be set by the player. We can type on the signs. Tidmouth and I were just talking about this like a week ago. And yeah, that is awesome. Buildings, Western theme. Okay, decorations. Not sure what kind of decorations, but we got decorations. And they added some platform to the decorations menu. Platforms look like the ones around spawn. So I'm guessing that's the ones that are over here. Note, do not place the props on the rails or attach them to stock engines, as this can cause some weird hitbox interactions that may send you into the RRO space program. I'm half tempted to try it. Props can be placed without having to go in and select the props menu again. Example, you place one fence, and you can keep placing fences until you cancel object placing. I'm probably going to screw that up. I have a bad habit of selecting it every single time because that's how the game was initially developed when I learned the game. And so I have a hard time with that, even with like rail and stuff now. So, all right. They added a wood rick as a placeable facility object. This facility object will provide plenty of wood to refill your tenders. It does auto refill, but at a slow rate. So it's kind of like the refueling depot, but it must be like a replacement for it or something. I'm not sure. You can now rotate all placeable objects. This includes facilities. So all the facilities like the telegraph offices and that sort of thing, we can rotate them, which might make placing them a lot easier. Of course, we use the same numbers, and the rotations may be different based off of your keybinds. Conclusion, having placeable props is exciting, and I hope to see all of your builds you guys come up with. We have decided to add in placeable structures because we wanted to not disrupt your already built railroads. This also allows for some awesome creative moments and makes every map unique and more controlled by the players. In the future, we may have pre-placed towns on new maps, or just allow you to build what you want where you want. It's kind of what I was talking about earlier. However, this is a conversation for a different time. For now, we hope you enjoy some of the goodies we added and look forward to bringing you more fixes and content. Below you'll see some in-game shots of some of the props the team has been messing with. That being said, there will be an additional information update posting for you next week, including some insights into the team of Railroads Online and a look at our roadmap. That might be fun. We hope you have a wonderful day, and be kind and let your creativity run free. All right, so let us Uh-oh, I just lost some of my windows I have on my other screens here. Give me 1 second. All right, let's check out some of these new content pieces. Sorry, I was just looking at the other screen. Unfortunately, I have to have the chat covered up right now, so if you are sending a chat or something like that, please be patient with me. I'll look over there in just a few. So we're going to open up the G menu, and right away I see this right here. Nothing else looks really different. So let's go ahead and check out the props. We have signs, buildings, decorations. Wow, there's a lot of signs here. So this is a rail crossing sign. Let's just go ahead and place the rail crossing sign. I'm spinning it. I'm not sure which way is front. Oh, I can lean it over. Check that out. That's awesome. Alright, let's place it and see what happens. Boop. That's just, oh, it's a rail. It's like a piece of a rail painted white. Interesting. Okay. Rail sign. Sign flange. We're not going to go over every single one of these, but it's kind of looking at a couple of them. That's interesting. Sign whistle. Oh, it's a whistle post. W. There it is. Perfect. Nice. Oh, I love it. Oh, I got a grin on my face right now. Sign station. Let's check that one out. There it is. It looks like when they initially spawn in, when they initially are selected, they're backwards. They're facing away from you. So if we turn it around, like that, we can place it. Bang. All right. Sign derail 1. I gotta see what this looks. Nice. Derail. Derail 2. Nice. Go ahead and place that one there as well. Let's see. Crossings, junctions, yard limit. I might have to use this one for Dolan. He likes to go barreling through the yard, as we just saw in the episode that aired or that published yesterday. Yard limit. Perfect. I can't wait to use these. Oh, I did it again. Sign text. Oh, we type it in right here. Evil 1. Nice. Ah, that's awesome. Let's see if how many characters it can fit up to. We'll just. So far, it looks like a lot. Okay. Okay, so the print just gets smaller. Very cool. I feel like I'm getting surrounded by signs here. All right, let's check out some other ones. Signs is awesome. Let's check out the wow. And these buildings we got. These are Old West looking. Oh, super cool. We can build our own towns. We're gonna build a town. I don't know where, but we're gonna build a town. Maybe here at the freight depot. I mean, that might be not a bad idea. We can just go ahead and plop that down like that. Can we go in? No, we cannot go in. Can I look at the windows? Bummer. I kind of want to go check it out. Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh, we got to have a saloon. Huh. Okay. Let's see. I'm looking for a specific style of saloon. We have two versions here. Go saloon 2. That was the first one was saloon 1. Okay, so this one's just yellow. So I was kind of looking for one with swinging doors. Not gonna lie, the Batwing style swinging doors, which I know weren't all that common, especially in the cooler climates. But still, you think of saloon, you think of those swinging doors. All right, I'm gonna pop over to the chat, see if there's anything there. Nope, nothing's there. All right. So yeah, we got some awesome buildings here. It looks like, ooh, a gunsmith. Let's see what that one looks like. It's just a. So is there any signs? Like, how do we know that's a gunsmith? There's like no sign on it or anything like that. It's just a basic building with a balcony. I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and demolish these really quick. Facilities. Oh, okay. Props. There we go. I guess they are props. They're not functional. Now let's check out the decorations. We have barrel. Oh boy, there's a whole bunch of things. Woodrick. A wheel. Ah, this is awesome. This is so awesome. All right. So, facilities. We did get some new facilities. The Woodrick. We'll check that out. Interesting. So it does, just like the water towers, it does fill up slowly over time. Let's see how fast it fills up. I'm not going to unload all these, just a couple here. Make it noticeable anyway. And we might come back and take a look at this in a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so that's the Woodrick. What else did they do? Just taking a look at the patch notes again. Oh, the helper UI. Let's check that out. I'm going to use the same switch that I first noticed it on. Just this guy right here. Here's a switch. You look away. Oh, and it disappears. Look back and it's there. Nice. Thank you, devs. That's awesome. All right. I can't check the client side one. They fixed a bug in testing where the demolish filter. Okay, I'd never experienced that one. Oh, let's go check out the EBT hoppers. Now, I believe that train is down at the smelter. We'll teleport down there. Try and get out of here. There we go. And it is over here, I believe. Or no, it's over here. Nice. Very nice. I like it. Um, oh, the Type 1 wooden trestle. Let's see. I got some wooden trestle over here, the Type 1. Let's go over here and check it out and see if we can cross under it. So I hope everyone's night is going well. My Friday was really busy, just chores around the house. I don't have to work on Fridays, so. But I do have my children, and they can be a handful. So I think this is what they're talking about. Now we can now walk underneath one of these. Look at that. All right. I was just complaining about that bug too. I think I called John Railroadson inept because he couldn't figure out how to get around a wooden beam. So that is awesome. You can just like glitch right through it. Can't go through the supports, but we can go through these side pieces here. That's gonna save so much headache. That is awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Oh, they also adjusted the lights in the locomotive facility, so let's go check that out. Oh, we gotta get out of this view. Locomotives, here we go. They do need to add like sub-menus, I think. It's kind of hard to tell, like with the lighting, what it was like before, I guess. I wasn't in here too much. Um, but it's plenty bright. I mean, we can see clearly. Dolan said that this facility is actually in-game, located outside the map somewhere. And he also said that the crane is functional, though I'm not sure how we would operate it. And is it functional in theory? Or is it like, can we control it? And where would we control it from? I see a ladder right there. Anyway. Now I hit close. There we go. Alright, so that's pretty much the update. I'm super excited. I can't wait to start actually building with some of these props. Specifically putting in signs. And what I'm thinking about is when we pull up, let's go to logging camp, for example. This might be easier to do with an actual locomotive. You know what? Yeah, let's do that. Where's locomotive? I think the iron ore mine is... I love that house up there, by the way. Yeah, here we go. So, this is the one Dolan. This is air. Dolan parked it up here. I'm sure this boiler is stone cold. It would help if I open it up the right way. We'll go brake off, reverse is already forward, whistle, whistle. Give it just a little bit. We want to move just forward here a little bit. Like we're lining up to fill with iron ore. We're not going to. I'm just using this for demonstration purposes. So if we were to fill up that car, let's say, my initial thought would be to put a sign like right at the first truck. But every locomotive has got a different length. It makes more sense to put it at the first coupling of the first car. So if I was to have this actually on the right track for one, the right car, I would actually put a sign right here. Probably wouldn't need it right here though. And then I would move forward to the second car, was underneath the chutes. Then I'd come back to this spot between the tender and the first car and put another sign right here. And that sign would probably just be like this rail sign, just a white chunk of rail stuck in the ground. And that way I can just move the back of the tender up, one car's length at a time. And that way it doesn't matter the length of the locomotive, because we're measuring off the front of the car that we're using to load. Hopefully that makes sense. So we better remove this before I get confused about why it's there. So, all right. So, I alluded to at the very beginning of the live stream. I can't get over that. There we go. That I was working on a project, and this project Tidmouth and Dolan didn't know about. We're up here kind of above the smelter. This is Millsy's line, and this is what I've been working on. So this right line right here that goes off to the right is Millsy's line. I've had to remake a portion of it here. And the rail that you see off to the left is the line that I was trying to make to go to the coal mine. As you can see, that's at 4% right there, and it just dives right into the side of the mountain, or the side of the cliff there. So I need to figure out a better way of actually getting it up to this level up here. Because that way is the coal mine. So I don't want to go more than 4%. And honestly, there's no good area that way to actually make it work. Well, I take that back. There is one area. We can go check it out really quick. I've already made the line up to most of the way up to the coal mine. I know Tidmouth has some great ideas for getting up the rest of the way, and we will definitely be exploring that together and getting up there. Basically, I've followed the canyon up there, and we can take a locomotive up there and check it out and test it, because we do actually need to test some of it. Some of it might be a little bit janky. So this is the other area I was considering making a Y. Like, because this area right here is perfect for just like climbing up and getting up there. However, we have this bridge right here. Like, we need to put this Y, or the switch, like right here. And it would look, I grabbed the right one, right switch. Yeah. No. Something like this. It's a bad example. It's trying to, there we go, something like that. Maybe back a little more here. But placing a switch on a bridge is just not, it doesn't look good, and honestly, I've never been able to make it successfully work. So, rails. So we continue to come back here, and now we're getting so far away. It's This all is just curved. There's no good straight point, I guess, to put a switch and start climbing earlier, which is why I chose where I did. Um, it just seemed like a good spot here. But then I start building, and like this is pretty steep. This would be a hard pull, and we have to bring products from the sawmill up to the iron ore mine, or to the coal mine. So we don't want to be too steep. If we were just running this empty, it wouldn't be so bad. So, up, crash. Actually, let's go back to the iron ore mine. We'll take this locomotive, error, and go check out the track I've already got. Let's see. Considering how to get turned around here, I think we need to just back up. If you have any suggestions on how to get that leg up, let me know. I'm very curious. Error is so tippy. We're just going to back up around the switch, and we're going to pull forward on this line. That way we're facing the right direction. We'll go down this hill, and I'll show you what I have so far. We'll take a quick tour of it. Hopefully we don't derail. Alright, we'll go reverser forward, brake off, regulator, toot, toot. Here we go. Just going to check brakes really quick. I'm pretty sure that if we had a brake set, we wouldn't be moving. But I'd rather make sure that they're all at 0. I mean, if one's slightly set, it's going to just make everything that much harder to do. Which is something I'd like to do, like that one right there. No reason to have that brake set. So, and I'm going to turn these off. Oh. We are rolling backwards. Uh-oh. That's what I get for looking at something else. I need to flip this switch and go down the hill. Still on the track, but it should be fine. Alright. Now let's go. Brake off. Reverse or forward. Toot, toot. Let's go. We don't need to have that compressor at 100%. That's just a waste of steam. Maybe I should have got trial to do this. This is kind of a slow locomotive, isn't it? That's okay. This is downhill pretty good, so. Not sure how fast that we have to go for this thing to topple over, but I know it's pretty unstable, so I'm going to slow down. We were doing 23 there. Go ahead and back it off just a little bit. So yeah, I would like to build a town. I think that'd be fun. Build a town, decorate it all up. Decorate up the industries as well. So I'm going to put it out to the community. What should the title of the town be? We get to name it after all. We do get to create it, so we get to name it. So think of a title, a name for the town, and we will create the town along one of these lines here, and it will be awesome. Oh, I was going to check out the platforms. That was a thing, wasn't it? That they said something about the platforms. That'd be fun if we can have like passengers as cargo and offload them and load them at those platforms. Different towns that we build along the lines. I think that'd be super fun. Okay, we're coming down here. Right down here, we'll see a switch up ahead. I've gone ahead and gone 100% brake. We need to flip that switch. And we're not going to be able to make it. That locomotive is still going. Perfect. Oh, good, it did stop. Alright, we'll go brake off. Keep going. So Millsy had a switch down here. It didn't give me quite enough room, so I just backed it up to here. Uh-oh. One thing I didn't do. No, stop. Bang. Oh, good, we didn't derail. So, I'm not going to be able to show you this because I didn't log a single tree on this line. So we'll just run it really fast and you'll see it that way. How about that? Yeah. And just pull out the saw and just kind of take some trees as we go along here. Maybe we can run it after we, or drive the train down it after we log it out here. So basically this line follows the river, as many people have done. I tried to keep it as low as possible. The most grade is actually 3%. And that's because up at the near the head of the river, it does like this weird stepping thing. The ground does. And you have to climb over these steps. Like the ground, the floor is pretty level, pretty flat. But then you got like these perpendicular hills. And they are kind of a bear to get over. I can't believe I forgot to log all this. You know, a smart person would have put a telegraph office back at that locomotive where it stopped. I am not a smart person. So, alright, here's our first bridge. I just used a steel trestle bridge to span it. I think that looks super sharp. I see that all the time here where I'm from with modern trains crossing over these. And we do cross the river a few times. I tried to limit the amount of times we do cross. You know, I didn't want to be crossing the river just because. But up here I made a pretty awesome bridge. And here's another crossing. Kind of the same thing. And then we cross again. Again, I was trying to go as straight as possible up this little valley. Go away, tree. So the river meanders quite a bit. Oh, that was that bridge. I made this, the double-sided bridge work there. And then I did it on a curve here. That leads into a steel trestle. And we're up pretty high, so we put it up on some stone wall. Thought about doing just the steel trestle again, but this is all zero. Like the ground dipped away. Another. This is pretty neat. I built this stone wall kind of lower than the rest of it, and it's steel or stone wall without the track. So I felt like this needed some extra support right there, and have that stone coming right down to the water's edge, and then right back up with the stone wall. So, and then we're back to the regular fill. Go away, tree. Sometimes these trees take forever to despawn. I believe I'm actually going downhill here, like by 0.5% or something like that. And that's just because I didn't want such tall groundwork coming through here. But then I find these little step things. And so last time I played through, this is obviously my second playthrough, I was actually up there. And I was on the dev track. If you don't know what the dev track is, that's where the developers like had track and they had it cut into the, the hard ground. And you just basically build your groundwork and track right on top of it, and it just takes you right where you need to go at the right gradient and everything. So that's what I did my first playthrough, and it was a great little path, easy. So this time I wanted to stay down here and follow the river and just cross it when you needed to, and that sort of thing. So that's why I chose to go this way. So at this point here, I'm starting to climb. It's back here a little ways. I think it was like 2% to try and get it up over this little bit of ground right here. You can see it rising up right here in front of us. So I got it up here. This is all still like 2%, and it's climbing pretty steep. And then I made this bridge, and this is again this is still climbing. So I made this bridge because the steel trestle, when I laid it down, it lays down flat. You can't put those on a grade. So as you can see, the rail is just barely poking up through, and I was just kind of having a bear of a time to getting this to come through. And I believe this is 2%. It might be more than that, because again here I was just trying to get it up and over top of these hills. And then again here, and this is where I was really starting to struggle, trying to find the right path through here. That's not so steep. I think this has ended up being like 3% or something. Pretty steep. You can see how tall the groundwork is getting, because like right here is like a step up, and then it dips right back down again. So you obviously can't dig through this. That'd be easy. So we have some tall groundwork here, and we're still climbing. Again, I think it's at 3% right here. I might be wrong about the grade. I can figure it out pretty easily though. And then right here is where I actually stopped. And I decided we're probably going to shoot it straight through that way, but I'm getting pretty close to where I think we need to start climbing up. I really haven't scouted this forward, and it's been a long time since I've been out this way. So at some point in this area, we need to start going up. But I decided to stop right there and actually wait for Tidmouth to see what his plans are. So I just wanted to get it started. I knew that getting up, well, I figured that getting up to this river basin here would be easy enough, but time consuming. So I wanted to try and maximize our time that we have together, and do the more challenging stuff together. And in reality, this ended up being pretty challenging and extremely time consuming. I don't have any idea how many hours I actually spent working on this. I want to say it was, I don't know, like 4 hours maybe I have into this line right here. So we'll just run it back. Take a look at the track here without any trees on it. Cutting down trees in this game is a whole lot easier than Medieval Dynasty. That's for sure. I don't understand the games I choose to play. I'm always cutting down a tree. It's kind of weird to me. Oh, I did turn off weather, and I set the time of day to noon, so we could have clear skies and nice bright sunny day to be able to see things and um, explore some of these updates. So if you're wondering why it's so clear, that's why. Again, if there's anything you would like for me to see, or if there's anything you want to see and do, let me know. I'm more than willing to do it and or entertain it. I'll just run back here. We'll get back to error and maybe take error up here. Maybe we'll go back and try to see how much time we have on the live stream. I'm not seeing the counter off the top of my head here. I think we've been at it for about an hour or so. At least that's what the clock says. I think we started at 8:45 and it's now 9:41, so we've been at it for about an hour. So maybe not. We'll just get back and we'll close it out there. So yeah, I need to figure out a way to take this line down to the smelter. Because we will need to bring our products to the smelter. Or no, we don't. We don't need coal. Yeah, we do. We do need coal. We have a coaling tower there. I was just thinking the coal that is produced isn't really needed there. Maybe we can get away with it with just our current switch that we have. If we never need to go from the smelter to the coal mine, then we may not need to have that portion of the Y, if that makes sense. I don't know. Leave your thoughts, please. I would love to hear your thoughts, and I'm sure Dolan and Tidmouth will weigh in. I hope Millsy weighs in. He's an awesome track builder as well. Very quick. Kind of squiggly, but you know, likes his S curves. That makes it for a little bit more enjoyable challenge, I would say. You have to use your brake a little more instead of just screaming down the hill at the rapid rate. Yeah, I was thinking like right here, actually peeling off and heading that way to go down to the smelter. But if we don't need to do that, and I do know that Tidmouth has an idea for the coal route. So, you know what? Yeah, that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. We don't need to have that secondary Y. To make for a very long run to get up there. But we go from the sawmill. Come on, cut. We go from the sawmill to the iron ore mine, around the mountain to the coal mine, and then we take the coal where it needs to go on the line that Tidmouth has planned. That's very reminiscent of his. This is probably a mistake. I'm going to do it anyway. Okay, it didn't yeet error into outer space. So that, I think, is going to be the plan, realistically. I don't think we need to worry about it as far as having that other line. It will make it easier to get up to the coal mine from the smelter if we were just transiting up there. But yeah, not going to worry about it. So, oh, I wanted to check out the buildings, Undertaker, Stable, Sheriff Saloons. There's the docks, or the platforms. Okay. Very cool. But what this area needs right here, right now, is a telegraph office. So let's build one of those really quick. We're going to put in a little bit of fill. Bring it up to our level. Run it out a little ways. Uh-oh. Come on. Oops. Oops. Continue. Making all sorts of mistakes there. I'll put one more of those. Like that. Run it out a little ways. There we go. We'll cut down this tree. Don't need it. Cut down that tree. Don't need it. Cut down that tree. Don't need it. Alright. And then I cut you down. Did I not cut you down? Oh, there he goes. Let's go facilities. We need a telegraph office. So now we can spin this thing. Look at that. That's nice. We can place it much easier. Boop, right there. Make sure our pole's actually into the ground. Perfect. Should put some sort of signage out here. Let's see. What should we do? Sign rail rest? What does it? Oh, it's like, oh, I see what it is. It's just like some, not really a sign per se, maybe it is. Uh, but it's just like it's holding up. That's not good. It's holding up rail. Props. Oops, come on. I don't want it to cross the envelope there. Let's make a little fence. That's better. We'll put one on this side just for fun. I just looked over and saw the stream is way behind me now. Like, the delay was just a couple of seconds, and now it's, shoot, it looks like several minutes. Wow. That means this stream is going to be pretty long. It said something too about fences. I know that we're running way late now, so we're going to call it here real soon. Fence. There we go. Check that out. Nice. That's probably what I should have used. Matter of fact, that's what we're going to use. Let's put it right on the edge there. Hopefully it doesn't really have a hitbox. Let's find out. Let's jump in the locomotive here and see if it has a hitbox. Oh, we're stone cold, but that's alright. Or if we're, outside of the envelope. We passed that just fine. Cool. Stop. Lost my mouse. There we go. That'll come to a stop eventually. Put up our other little fence on the other side and call it a night. I'll go right there. Right there. Right there. Right there. Perfect. Alrighty. I think that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you so much for checking us out and joining us on the live stream. I had a lot of fun. I really do enjoy the live streams. But it really puts me on the spot, because I really can't make any mistakes that I can't, because I can't edit anything. it's live. So thank you so much to the devs too for fixing some of the things and giving us what we've been asking for so long. I personally really do appreciate it. You make the game more enjoyable when you listen to your audience and make the features that we've been asking for. So that goes a long way. So thank you to everyone again for hanging out with me and for all the criticisms and feedback. Remember, if you like this content, hit that thumbs up button. And if you didn't like this content, please let me know. Let me know in the comments below what I could do to improve. And I do like to entertain, and I try to be as professional as I possibly can. And I will do whatever I can to make it better for you. So with that said, I hope you all have a great night, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.